Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Monday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Looking at our weather impact summary, we do have a storm system passing to our south today. Really not expecting much in the way of any type of impact from that. Our next storm system looks like it approaches the northwest coast Wednesday, with the brunt of the storm system pushing through southeast Idaho on Thursday. And then we look for a series of storm systems pushing through the region starting Saturday, another one Sunday, and another one Monday night. So we get a series of fast-moving storm systems starting this weekend and continuing into early next week. Looking at our satellite imagery this morning, we do see that low-pressure system off the south central California coast. That'll push its way through southern California and Nevada today and up through southeast Utah tonight. We will see some clouds associated with that drifting up across southeast Idaho, but the brunt of the moisture here will remain south of the region. We look upstream, we see the next series of storm systems taking shape well out into the Pacific here, and we'll have to wait till a little later in the week to see those impacting southeast Idaho. Looking at our impact overview slide, we do have a little bit of patchy morning freezing fog here in the Snake River Plain and over in the Driggs area that may slow the morning commute this morning, may cause some slick conditions. And so we're listing that as a minimal impact at this point due to the lack of coverage. Conditions should be rather dry on Tuesday, and as I mentioned previously, we got that next storm system approaching the northwest coast on Wednesday, so we should start to see some precipitation beginning to move into the central mountains during the afternoon and portions of the eastern highlands overnight. But the brunt of the storm system comes into the region on Thursday. Looks like our best chance for impacts will be across the eastern highlands and the central mountains, where we will see some accumulating snows. Let's take a look at the storm track here for this morning. That low-pressure system that was off the southern California coast will be pushing east through the Vegas area by 5 p.m. today. As I mentioned, the temperatures here will generally run in the 30s here in the Burley area, upper 20s in the upper Snake River Plain, and mid-20s in the central mountains and southeast highlands. And as I was mentioning, the precipitation associated with that low-pressure system should remain well off to our south here, so expecting dry conditions here across southeast Idaho. By 5 a.m. Tuesday, here we are looking at what's left of that storm system now, well off to our south and east. We do have a light northerly flow across the region. I did bring this one up because one of the models was painting some very light precipitation here in the Raft River region, may be indicative of fog or maybe even some freezing drizzle there. We'll have to watch to see how that pans out. But for the most part, we're expecting dry conditions across southeast Idaho on Tuesday. Temperatures cooling off under that northerly flow. Here we are looking at highs generally in the 20s throughout the Snake River Plain and barely reaching 30 in the Burley area. Highs still continuing to be in the mid-20s in the Central Mountains and southeast highlands. Here we are on Wednesday afternoon. That storm system now just beginning to work its way into the northwest coastal waters. And as I mentioned, we would be beginning to see precipitation working into the central mountains, maybe even spreading over into the northeast highlands here. But the brunt of this storm system will have to wait till Thursday as it moves into the region. Here we are looking at that precipitation for Wednesday afternoon. As I said, leading edge of that basically working its way into the central mountains. And then the storm system pushing through the region on Thursday. A bit of a split here, so I'm a little concerned that as we get closer to this event, we may see a little lighter accumulations that I'll show you here in a minute. But for right now, we'll go with what the model's painting for us. Precipitation for sure across the region. You can see these areas of accentuated precipitation here in the west central mountains, the Idaho Panhandle. But for the most part, southeast Idaho should see some precipitation across most of the region. Here we are looking at what we're expecting for the storm total snowfall at this point for Wednesday night and Thursday. The brunt of the snowfall here in the Central Mountains, 1 to 2 inches in the Stanley Basin. Might get upwards of 2 to 4, maybe even 5 inches here along the Sawtooth. You get down into the Snake Plain, less than an inch. Over at Island Park, 1 to 4 inches in some of these mountainous areas. But pretty paltry for the storm system pushing through. And then here we are looking at the storm attack for Saturday. I wanted to show this graphic because that's the beginning of the time frame in which we'll begin to see a series of fast-moving storm system pushing through here, like I said, for Saturday. I think the other one was Sunday night and another one for early Monday. But just wanted to indicate here, starting this weekend, this next coming weekend, we should see a series of fast-moving storm systems pushing through the region. Okay, our weather impact summary. We have a storm system passing south of us today. Should have no impacts whatsoever, maybe a few clouds. Our next storm system looks like it approaches the northwest coast on Wednesday. The brunt of the storm will impact our area on Thursday with some modest accumulations, primarily for the mountains. And then we're looking for a series of fast-moving storms here starting early Saturday, another one Sunday, and another one going into Monday night. So a little bit of a change-up coming this weekend and early next week. That's all I had for you here this morning. If you have any comments or questions, please give us a call here at the number on the screen. Thank you.